A very good afternoon to one and all as we welcome you here to the home of Naparima College, Lewis Street in San Fernando, as they get ready to host the Tigers of St. Anthony's College. So the boys from West Moorings making the trip to the Deep South for another crucial battle in Group B of the standings. And this, of course, is, or rather, this is Group A, I should say, of the standings. Group B has already been settled. So congrats to Sawa North and Presentation College of San Fernando. They are safely through to the semi-finals, which will be kind of like the crossover semi-finals, where the winner of the group will play the runners-up from Group A and vice versa. But of course, Group A is where the focus is today, and what an intriguing battle we have on our hands here today. Naparima College, the defending champions, in fact, in the 6 years of the Premier League, or the Premier Division in the Secondary Schools Football League, Naparima College have won the title 4 times. And they won it in the inaugural year in 2014, and they repeated as champions in 2015 under the expert guidance of now national senior men's coach Angus Eve, who's also in charge of the U20s as well. And then it was the turn of Presentation College of San Fernando to keep the title in the South. And would you believe, Shiva Boys did it in 2017 as yet another South team won the title again. So that made it 4 years in a row, but they didn't stop there, because in 2018, Naparima College returned to Winners Row when they played unbeaten throughout the season for their 3rd lane on the Premiership title. And a year later, in 2019, they did it again, also playing unbeaten. So it was almost 2 years that they would have played without losing a match. An amazing record indeed for the Naparima outfit. But here they are today now in a slightly different scenario. The last team that defeated them is also the team that beat them again this year. And Naparima traveled to Mokarapo to take on Fatima College in the 2nd round of matches. And Fatima College scored all 3 goals in a 2-1 victory. They scored an own goal to open the scoring in that encounter, and then they came back with 2 goals of their own in earnest and got the job done again. Was Chaim Williams in the 67th. That was the own goal, or rather Christopher Bailey, I should say, Christian Bailey scored the own goal for them in the 29th minute, but Williams scored the equalizer in the 67th minute, and then Kiba Romani completed the scoring in that encounter, and that made it 2-1. He scored that in added on time in the dregs, and didn't really give Naparima much opportunity to get an equalizer on that day. And that really sent shockwaves throughout the competition, because as it stands now, that result is looming large at the moment. Now all the teams have played 4 games in this group, with Fatima College leading on with 10 points, the same as St. Benedict's College, and they both have identical records, 3 wins and a draw, and that's because they drew their head-to-head encounter to open the season, respectively. Naparima College next on 9 points, because since that defeat, they've tacked on 2 other wins. They won their opening encounter in emphatic fashion to send a statement when they turned back St. Augustine Secondary by 9-1. And then they got that upset loss to Fatima College. But since that time, they've gotten past Pleasantville 2-0. And then they also scored 7 on Speyside, the Tobago outfit. Now it's a question of, can they catch the front 2? And which of the front 2 will they be able to catch, or will they catch them both? That's because today is another crucial day for all of those teams, and it should make for a very interesting battle indeed. And as the players make their way out with the officials, Andrew Samuels, the tall fella, the tall lanky fella, almost a Joel Garner type or Curtly Ambrose type, is the one in the middle in the yellow. He is the referee for today's game, and he's been assisted by Assistant Referee 1, Melissa Nicholas, and Assistant Referee 2, Yarin Gosain. So those are the officials, and the players are all out in the middle as they exchange pleasantries. Naparima, of course, being led by their captain, Omari Asher, and St. Anthony's College, meanwhile, they too are being led by Joshua Miller. So both teams look fit and raring to go. Now, this group hasn't really played any football as a group since, 15 days ago. So it's been a long while since they last saw action. The last week's games were rained out when we had that unfortunate turn of events in terms of flooding all over the place, rain for hours. And of course, the league, always mindful of the safety and the welfare of the players and officials, opted not to try to force that round of matches. No new date just yet for when those games will be played. However, this is another important encounter. This is for all intents and purposes, the penultimate round of matches. This is round 6 matches. Of course, in addition to this game, Naparima St. Anthony's, we also have St. Benedict's College against St. Augustine, Fatima College against Speyside, and Pleasantville against Karipichaima. So a lot going on there as well. And the one game that was played on the weekend was a game that was postponed earlier, St. Augustine and Pleasantville, and St. Augustine won that by a 3-0 margin. So you're basically right up to date here with all the action. St. Benedict's, they are fourth, or rather Naparima are third, and St. Anthony's are fourth at the moment as they get ready to kick off here today, looking eager as ever, trying to see if they could really steal a match here, maybe pull an upset on the more favored Naparima College, the 4-time champions of the Premier Division when the league was changed in 2014 to the Premier League format. So we're almost there. The referees just waiting on the officials to get into position. We should hear the whistle any minute now. Andrew Samuel sends them on their way as the Tigers kick off this one, and immediately the ground conditions is going to take some getting used to, trying to get the handle quickly. I would imagine Naparima College will be hoping that they can really settle fast and put pressure on the Tigers. And the captain not taking any chances, Omari Asher. The big fella at the back, taking it out of bounds. What an impressive record. In fact, both of these teams have good records. In Naparima College, really one of the traditional powerhouses in the Colleges League. And then, of course, we also have St. Anthony's College, who have won a series of intercol titles, and no doubt will be looking to put that winning formula to the test here today. Ball just played into touch by Francois, and now they're trying their best here to keep it in play. Players slipping and sliding all over the place. It's not the easiest of conditions to operate with, and it's going to take a while. You really can't dwell on the ball too much, and players are going to find that out the hard way if they try to dwell on the ball. They really have to try to get it out of harm's way quickly, and this is where it's going to be very important, because players are slipping and sliding all over the place. This is not the easiest scenario here. You have to time your tackles, and at the same time you also have to go. There is another Francois with the infringement, and Andres France, the man going down. So they trying to settle down quickly, and now they're going to leave it for Josiah Cooper to try to get it. Signal is for them to hit it to the back post. Let's see if he does that. He can't get the elevation on it, and the control is not very good, and still the players battling for the ball, and it just seems as if it's really a sin to try to dwell on the ball under these conditions, because I think all of them could see it, that it's going to be very difficult for them to run with the ball as some of them are accustomed to. But this field is going to require a different approach entirely. Here comes St. Anthony's now as they try to build, going from, and again players are just falling down in the middle of the park because it's so muddy. And this is more like it now, an opportunity here for them to maybe get the cross in behind everybody. Players falling down, the ball back in the middle, and eventually it's cleared away. So good move here by Naparima College. Try to get the ball wide and then try to whip in those crosses. It was a good early cross from Ogaro, but nobody could finish it off. But they have themselves another corner, or a corner I should say, and an opportunity maybe to put this one in Francis. Kanye Francis is the man who's going to hit it. He has about 5-6 blue shirts in there. This one is hooked a little behind everybody, and but it falls to Naparima College. Now the shot comes, and eventually it's blocked initially, and they're still trying to get it out. Nobody's marking at the back post. This could be problems here. The goal ricochets in, and it goes in. Well. It was the header out. It ricocheted off the head of Andres France, and it goes in for the goal. So in the 5th minute of play, Naparima take the lead, a little bit fortuitously because the defensive header actually hit him on his head and ricocheted in the goal. So sometimes they say it's better to be lucky than good, and France was in the right place at the right time. Make it 1-0. Now St. Benedict's and the others must be thinking they have to win their games to stay ahead of Naparima. Naparima sending an early warning here that they mean business. Here is the ball thrown in. Again, the control is not the best. Miller. Asher gets it upfield. Players still battling for it. Naps on the move again. This is another nice little ball inside. This is an opportunity for a shot. And the goalkeeper saves it. Again, Ogaro didn't really get any power on it, and he hit it straight to the goalkeeper as well. Chance to get it out, and not very far. It's picked up in the middle by Rajun. He decides to go further wide with it. Francis gets it out to the extremities of the field, and still trying to turn and twist with it. Forbes. And then he kind of took it over the field himself, off the field himself, and concedes a throw-in. So a really tough assignment here for both teams. The players on both teams are going to find these conditions a real test. Now this is really where the problems could be for Naparima if they're not able to control the ball before it bounces. Now they go again down this left-hand side. A lovely little ball played forward again. The goalkeeper decides he's going to wait, but the offside flag is up. Melissa Nicholas raises the flag. There the ball again is won back in the middle. Still trying to turn with it. Ball taken away. And here's a chance now for them to get the ball forward. That's a good turn, but the ball is just It's not easy to run with the ball. Ball played over, and a chance here now for them to really stretch the Naps defense. Here is the tackle, and it should be a goal kick. It is a goal kick, as it did come off the legs of Miller as he was trying to ride the tackle, and it eventually goes over the line. So 1-0, an early goal for Naparima College in the 5th minute of play, and that allowed them to settle down just that little bit quicker. France, the goal scorer, looking to control this one, but robbed of it. And it's going to be St. Anthony's ball. Hutchinson wants to make the throw. No real distance on the throw. And now Naps are trying to launch themselves forward. Francis not able to get it where he wants to, but still goes in there. Player sliding, going under as Caliste was making the run forward. Ogaro with it, gets it to Caliste, back to Ogaro it goes, back to Caliste it goes, comes inside now. Pascal, he goes back with it, and they're bringing it over to Cooper. Cooper's control not the best, but he's able to control it all the same. France, the goal scorer. Ball played inside by Francis. This is good build up here. Pascal, and he's trying to get it forward there, but they're going to have to defend now. St. Anthony's on the move. Ball again, players just slipping and sliding. He just can't seem to keep his foot in. And there's a lovely little ball played behind. The goalkeeper doesn't come. France closing in, but is robbed of it. And the beat goes on here at Naparima College. Good support for the home team, as is the custom here. Opportunity for them to try to build, and still trying to control it nicely. Rajun goes to the right side, goes all the way over. Now they have support. Caliste, he's trying to go down that right hand side still, and goes to the return ball, but again, just a little bit quicker to the ball. There's a lovely ball played forward, but once again it's played where the attacker is standing, and really and truly they need to play it where he's going. And Coppador is not able to get, he's really living on scrums right now. The ball played into the space, and now trying to run with it, looking to build it up on this side. Miller does well. They have it inside once again. Hutchinson, he's trying to squeeze it forward, but they make a meal of it, and it should be tidied up by Pascal. Trying to run with it out there Forbes, but as they say, going nowhere fast as he falls down, and they turn the ball over to St. Anthony's. But Caliste comes screaming in and takes it. He thought he won a free kick there. In fact, he was looking for the call. It never came. Now Asher tidies up for Naparima. Pascal decided to go all the way back with it. Mitchell is there, also has Cooper with him. And there's a little tug of the shirt, and Miller wins a free kick. So it's even the players who are used to these conditions are finding it difficult to operate in it. It really is a tough strip for them to work with. Ball played inside, and eventually straight away Ogaro looking to run with it. Can't run with it. Ball played forward, and much too strong. Goes comfortably into the arms of Duncan. And he picks up Caliste now. Naparima leading 1-0, roaring forward again. Trying to get there, and they head her back. Does it go? It's saved by the goalkeeper. He did well there, because for a moment it looked like it was going to go out. And those are the passes that you have to make sure of. So it's a simple pass for Castani to make. Castag not able to control it again, and players are just falling down. It must be a frustrating thing for Covador and company. And now France plays a nice little ball forward, but it's intercepted, and they're just giving it back because it's so difficult. Guys are slipping and sliding all over the place, trying to come forward with it. Now it's Cooper. He gets it across to Roja and Rajun. Rajun goes further across. It goes to Pascal. Kalis now over on that far side. Forbes always available, and his cross takes an early deflection, and it goes awry. Now the ball is just being bundled up. Naps coming forward. St. Anthony's just a little too casual. They have to be more purposeful than that. And now they can win this ball quickly and slide forward. Ball play down that left-hand side. Here is another tackle that is a little bit late, and Castag wins a free kick for St. Anthony's College. They're trailing by 1-0. Andres France with the header. So you can see Castag staying down there. He's a little bit, that tackle was a little bit late, and he's feeling the hurt from it. But this is a great opportunity now. But look at the field. There's the goal, and Andres France with the headed goal. And that's the difference between the two teams right now. There's an opportunity for St. Anthony's to probably get back in the game, and this is one of the ways that you can do that on a difficult field like this, is to do it from set plays. So they get a chance to truly whip this one inside. Can Wilson Wright do something with it? It's blocked quickly. And it's going to be another throw-in to St. Anthony's. Again, the players having difficulty getting elevation on the ball. There's a one-turn inside. Andres gets rid of it on the second attempt. And now they're able to probably come forward a little bit, but quick thinking here and good anticipation by Rajun. Wins it back for Naps. Arjun now. Raja O'Gara trying to get away from his man, but not able to do so. And France, the goal scorer, applying pressure. Another ball played inside, but once more, St. Anthony's not able to really get the ball forward to get those link-up passes that they need. Turning, twisting, not able to really get anything going forward there. And the ball really just dictating how the game is played, because it's just sticking, and players on both teams are having difficulty just keeping their foot in and then balance and able to execute their passes as well as they would like. Forbes turning, slips the ball inside, gets it back to Kalis now, but he is robbed of it. Another ball played down that side, and trying to run away from them with it. Covador. And they're using safety first on this occasion. So it's 1-0 in favor of Naparima. You can just hear the deafening sounds of the Naparima music band. And that's Good football. They're trying to turn with it. And now it's just played back in the direction from which it came. Chance again to play the ball forward. Cooper is there, trying to run with it, or Miller rather, trying to run with it. And but he's losing out to the heavier man under very difficult conditions. That's a good ball. But once again, it just bounces there. Now Ogaro threads the needle, but it's a little too straight. And the goalkeeper is able to claim it. So nice enterprise in football, but again, some of what the players are attempting through no fault of their own just isn't coming off because the conditions are making it so difficult for them. Now France for Naparima plays the ball forward again. The goalkeeper is coming, and this time it's going to go in. No, it's saved on the line, cleared away, and the goalkeeper could use his hands, but he just elected not to, and he kept the ball alive. So they're not out of the woods yet, still coming forward with it. Now Francis battling away in the middle of the park there, and Forbes come inside. Chance here now for a shot. Pascal trying to tee it up, and now they get a chance to run down that left hand side. Covador, he's a very shifty man. Can he get past one? He's on his way. You know, he's just being harassed, and then he's just sort of crowded out, not able to really control the ball. The heavier players just seeming to get the better of their men right now. St. Anthony is a little bit thin and lighter and having difficulty under these very trying conditions. And another ricochet ball. This time it hits Ogaro in the face, and it's going to be a throw into St. Anthony's. And here they go again. This is going to be a foot race. And once more, it's taken over the line. So it's a tough ask for the players because Anthony Samuel wanted that ball at his feet, but it was played in the space as is required under these conditions. He doesn't like it too much. So Naps will try again as they start in their own half of the field, and the ball quickly switches over to that far side. And going out there is Francis. He gets a cross in, but it's behind, and a goal kick to St. Anthony's. They're trailing by 1-0. A 5th-minute item scored by Andres France. And already a fortuitous goal. But when the cross ball came in, the defender headed it, but he headed it straight against the head of France, who was challenging for the ball, and the ball hit him and flew in the goal. Nothing the keeper could do about it. This time it's picked away and played down that left-hand side. Players battling for it. Good kick out by Duncan. He gets a lot of elevation on it. And but the ball is kept in play now. St. Anthony is still trying to go. Here's a shot from distance. Not a bad effort at all. You can see him thinking about it. Anthony Samuel pulling the trigger and got it on the volley, but he just drifted wide from his boot, from the outside of his boot. There's another one played inside. St. Anthony is trying to build now, and really not the easiest of conditions for them. Turning, can he get a shot off? The ball just played inside, and then just trying to get that second touch. The ball is taken away. France for Naparima now. They have enjoyed a better of the exchanges so far, but St. Anthony is seeing a little bit more of the ball now, especially down their left-hand side. This ball is played out to the right, and a chance to run, and it's eventually taken over the line. They're not able to control it much. Hutchinson, he throws the ball down, and it's taken on the chest, but it goes over the line. Samuel not able to control it. Again, the ball trying to play it out at the back quickly, but the passes are a little bit errant at times, and that's attributed to some degree to the conditions. Nice little build-up on that right-hand side. Now here they have a chance to knife his way inside. Still going. Can he spray it inside? And the loop is over the bar this time. Well, there was Ogaro knifing his way in. A lovely run by Forbes, and when he hooked it back, the hook back found Ogaro streaming in, and he scooped it over the bar. St. Anthony's now down that left-hand side, and that ball is played forward, but really to nobody in particular. Just looks as if St. Anthony's probably now coming to get into terms a little bit better, and that is offside way over there on that far side. So in a way, the game just kind of meanders a little bit, and then it just kind of springs to life after a while. Players are having difficulty in the conditions. It's not easy for them. And another opportunity for them to bring it forward again, and still they try to build something, but the pass is just not what they're supposed to be, and that's because of the conditions. And when that ball bounces, it's a kind of an awkward bounce it takes, and it doesn't really roll properly, it doesn't bounce properly, so it's tough all around for the players. Now Naps again going down on that far side where they have good support over there, and again showing his wares. Forbes turning, twisting, sets it up for Khalis, but he will get there. Khalis is going to win it back though, and comes inside with it. So Naps building again, good approach work. Can they keep it going? They decide to go back with this. Rajun turning, twisting. Opportunity for the shot. Quickly taken by Francis. Goes to the second ball. He may get a second bite of the cherry. Turns onto his left foot, and then he scoops it forward. But the goalkeeper quickly onto it there. Prescott. Jaheim Prescott in goal for St. Anthony's. Rolls the ball forward, and that's a crunching tackle. The referee allowed play to continue. And a nice scooping ball there, and that's a little tug. That could be a card. The referee could easily book Cooper for that. There's a nice little ball played down that right-hand side. Turns a shot, decides he's going to go past his man, and then the ball is taken over the line. It's going to be a corner kick, I think. And the referee hasn't made a decision, or is he giving a goal kick? I think he has given a corner kick, or I think he's given a goal kick. So players who didn't seem happy with all now sort of shaking hands and back to battling again. The tackles are coming in thick and fast, and the referee, I think, is allowing an awful lot to go. At least he's catering for the conditions, but some of those tackles he really has to try to stamp it out. Still on the move once again, coming inside now. Francis, he goes down and not going to get anything. Or actually Forbes takes a dive, but the referee was right on spot and decided there was nothing untoward about the challenge, although he might have felt a little bit of pressure. Here they go again, and it's as if the players really cannot afford to play left, center, and right. They have to make allowances for the ball going one way, then the next, and another ball played inside. This is good approach. Ogaro is on his way, but nicely read again, just anticipating the dribble, Francois, and coming across, cutting off his path to goal. And eventually concedes a corner kick. but you could just see the players bending over, especially the players from St. Anthony's College, and that's because this ground is taking an awful lot out of them this evening. 27 minutes gone so far, and they must be feeling as if they've played an hour of football already. So heavy is the ground. And even the players from Naparima are also having difficulty, but they look a fitter team, and certainly they're bigger, more mature, and so they're handling the heavier conditions a little bit better. Let's see what happens. The corner comes in, the header goes up, but it goes wide. It just flushes wide. He didn't really get the ideal contact that he needed on it, and that was a good opportunity there, but the header just kind of flushes wide. Mitchell probably would like to get that one back and see if he could do a better job with it. Here comes St. Anthony's now. Ball played out to the extremities here where they have Covador. He is trying to get it forward to Miller, but it's again one back by St. Anthony's, and but the bigger, stronger players are getting the better of them. Asher just brushed him aside and regained possession for Naps. Naparima now deciding that they're going to slow things down just a little bit and maybe just try to build from the back. That's good work, and all the passes, but those longer passes are the more dangerous ones because they're more than likely to be errant passes, as we've seen so many times already in this half. Here they come quickly now. Another opportunity here. Can he get the shot off? He decides to thread the needle, but they've never had the power that is required on it, and they loosen out. Covador is a very shifty player, and it again comes off his boot last, but he's such a light player that these conditions are really stifling him. There isn't much that he could really do, and he's struggling in the conditions at the moment. So yet another throw-in. And shot from distance, but again it's off target, and not the plan from Pascal is a good plan, but you really have to concentrate on this one. You have to keep your eyes on the ball right through, and keep your head down and drive through the middle of the ball in order to try to get it on target. Ball slipped in, and another strong tackle there. Now they go again, and now this has been the problem for St. Anthony's. There's been shuttles they've been running back and forth, and way over on that far side of Castang, not happy at all, because he's been asked to go up and come. Almost every ball out to the back is a long one, and he has to chase it against a quicker moving Caliste over on that far side. Another ball played inside and taken down on the tie. Now they're going to have to get some movement. France, the goal scorer, and he has streaming up on his left, but that's a good tackle. And when I say a good tackle to disrupt the flow, and the referee says that it's going to be a free kick to Naparima. And the crowd didn't like it too much, but here is the challenge. He was challenging from behind, and although he might have played the ball, he certainly got a lot of the man himself. So Kanye Francis is going to line this one up. He has France to his left. You also have Ogaru a little more central. And also into advanced position is Rajun coming on the inside as well. It looks as if Forbes has decided to, the captain has come inside. He has a shot straight at the goalkeeper. And again, it didn't have the real power behind it. And the ball is just thrown out right there for Pascal, and he's able to get it back. And now they, on defense, Caliste could get this one right back to the goalkeeper. So immediately the ball switching from one end to the next. But St. Anthony's now, they're seeing a lot more of the ball, but they're not really able to do much with it. And the pass inside is really an errant one. Not much by way of consistency. Can they get the ball in? And that should be a handle ball. The referee says play on. And Naparima with control again. Nice little pass forward to France with a little scoop on it to get it up. He is being corralled and does well to get it out. And Rajun switches sides. Pascal going further down that right-hand side. This could be problems here, but another fine tackle. Just Francois just picking out the toe and intercepting it. But again, Kalis blazing down that right-hand side and runs into a very strong tackle in the back there and putting it out of touch. It's yet another corner to Naparima College. So the players now are just filing forward, the big ones, the headers, the big headers of the ball. And they just left the two players back, and then there's one man in midfield just waiting to clean up any weak headers. But here's the ball played back to him. This could be interesting here now. Forbes gets the one across. The goalkeeper is in trouble. Eventually, he got his hand on it, and they're claiming a goal, but the referee's assistant said no. And certainly the referee really has to get a grip of it, because you can't jump in front of the goalkeeper. And unless he stamps it out now, the players are just going to continue doing it. Ball played in, quickly played upfield here. Nice little run here. This could be a goal. Garrow is on his way. The goalkeeper is coming, can't get him. And then the player dives going forward, and the referee says goal kick, which I think is a fair call. Although the goalkeeper might have made contact, Arjun Ogaro never looked like he was going to stay on his feet. He dragged the ball away from the goalkeeper and then was really trying to buy an infringement there, maybe buy a penalty. He got nothing in the end. Good tackle coming inside, but the ball now is with Naparima, and both players slipping and sliding and trying to control it. France having a hard time holding off Hutchinson. Cooper. Now they're going backwards with it. Quickly to Mitchell. Mitchell does well, turning, twisting. They get it back out here to Cooper. He's going forward, but the pass might just be a little bit thin, and eventually it's played into touch. Ogaro can't keep it in play. 34 and a half gone. Still one goal separating these two teams. Cooper with the throw-in. Off the shoulder of Ogaro it goes, until eventually it's played down inside. Now the ball is just played forward, and that's really just playing it back into the hands of Naparima. And they would come forward again, trying to build on that right-hand side. Forbes does well, gets the ball inside, and trying to turn his man. Francis does well, fires away, and just comes up to save by the goalkeeper, who got a hand on it. Brilliant save indeed. And you can see the man looking at the back post, maybe waiting for the rebound, but it never came to him. France never got a chance. The ball goes behind though. It's going to be another corner kick. They're going to play it short, and back it comes to France. He's going to slip it inside to Cooper. He plays a nice little ball inside. St. Anthony's under pressure here. Here is the shot, wide of the mark. Another nice effort, but the ball just bounces wide for Cooper and goes behind. Players slipping, sliding every which way, having real difficulty keeping the ball in. Now can he turn his man? He's going to have to go on his own. There isn't much ahead of him, and there isn't much that he can do with it as he runs and is robbed of the ball yet again. So one goal separating these two teams. Naparima with the lead, and had a couple of good opportunities as well, but not able to take advantage of them. Another ball played forward. That is an interesting ball, but Hutchinson is there. Quickly gets it downfield. That's a good little header, but easily won back by Naps. And another ball headed forward. Not the ideal scenario for St. Anthony's because they don't have big players. And players are just battling every which way. Now they're able to get the ball into Miller. He's trying to run with it, but this is where he's having his problems. Still going, still trying to get the ball across, and eventually it's picked up in midfield. Another tackle, ball played back to Hutchinson. Can he get the ball inside? He tries to play it forward, and as a clumsy challenge, that should be a free kick, and it is given because Cooper was coming over his man and just buried Miller under the weight of the tackle. So another chance at set play, and as I said, this is probably their best chance to get in, to get a goal. And it looks like Castang is the man who's going to swerve it in with his left foot. Chance now to get it at the back post. Can he get it down there? Ball is played in. The goalkeeper tips it over. Brilliant effort indeed. And the goalkeeper Duncan had his eyes on it as it curled and dipped. He just touched it over the bar and it goes behind for a corner kick. A wonderful shot by Castang. Dip in, over it goes. And now they get a chance to do it all over again. Wilson right now. Elon Wilson Wright, can he do something similar? Can he get some elevation on the ball? That's the important thing here now. Comes in, but again it's a little bit short. And Nap's able to come away with it relatively easily. And now they're going to turn back with it, but they have another man running forward. Problems here for St. Anthony's. Tackle comes inside and it's broken up. But look at how many blue shirts are there. No red shirts, but they give the ball back carelessly. And now it's a foot race going forward. The ball still played there. Now right Phillip trying to get inside. He can't get there. The ball goes over the line. No, it stays in. And a little bit of pulling and tugging there. And Asher not happy that he was being held. Almost threw a punch. Ball played in and won back by St. Anthony's. And eventually the shot coming, but it's from way out. The goalkeeper not able to get any real distance. So 40 minutes gone, 1 goal to nothing. Naparima College leading. These 3 points will keep them in touch with the front two, or if any of them slip up, it will allow them to overtake one or both of them because it's just 1 point separating these two teams. And here is a clumsy mix-up, and now the goalkeeper is going to have to come. Luckily, he's able to come to the edge of his line, to the edge of his area rather, and pick it up. But two defenders got in each other's way, and they almost carved out a chance for Naparima. Another ball played in, and there's another one played inside, but there's only blue shirts there. Again, Wilson Wright plays the ball inside, but much too straight, and Castag never had a chance. Another ball played in back into space, and eventually they're able to win it back. St. Anthony's doing well, given their limitations right now, but they're not afraid. They're a brave lot, and just really making a fight of this. And you can see Coach Cooper really trying to urge his troops on, because he knows under these conditions, one slip at the wrong time by a defender or the goalkeeper, and it could be a real dicey situation. And a nice tackle coming in again from Hutchinson. He's had a good game. Now playing that right wing back position for St. Anthony's. He and France have come together quite a bit this game so far. Ball played back. Where is the cross ball? Still trying. Cooper plays the ball across. It's a little bit behind everybody, and this one is not even going to get there as they battle for it. Both players, and more tackles down the left hand side they go. This is a good ball. Can he run with it? No, it is Alan Wilson Wright coming inside. Thinks about playing his man in, plays it behind him, and you can't really disguise that too much. You have to just lead him into that play and just lead him on that run, because any miscalculation at all and he's going to be behind. And that's exactly what happened. He needed to play the ball early and allow his teammate to run onto the ball. You don't even need to play to his feet. You have to lead him towards goal on that occasion. Ball thrown in quickly. Forbes has it. He gets it back to Caliste, who comes all the way back to Asher. Asher has Cooper. Now it reaches Cooper. Gets to France, the goal scorer. He plays a little stab forward, but the goalkeeper is going to comfortably control that one. So 43 minutes gone, and they're trying their best to get it out, but it's cleared away again by Hutchinson, and it's going to be another throw-in. St. Anthony's have to be careful here. Naparima just inching forward and getting closer and closer to the goal. There is another ball played forward, but again, it's nicely intercepted by that man, Alan Wilson Wright, trying to turn his man back there and eventually getting a free kick. There they come again, quickly, but the ball over is a tough ball, and it's problems there. The weaker man is just being bounced off the ball effortlessly by the heavier players. And St. Anthony's are really struggling as a result. Another ball played down that right-hand side. This is where they're so dangerous, because they're able to spread the ball nicely. Now the chip inside. Problems here as the ball slips in and it's a goal. Lovely little ball, what to play there. And Naparima have their second. And it's that man, Nathaniel O'Garo, in the 44th, on the 45th minute of play. And O'Garo, once the ball is played into that space, into that channel, it was just the one defender to beat. And he just snuck past him and then got the shot off, beat the goalkeeper. So it's 2-0 now, Naparima College. And I'm sure Coach Cooper might be resting a little more comfortably now. Might be breathing a little bit better. And there is a clumsy infringement. There is a ball played forward, but again, the only blue shirts. So another free kick to St. Anthony's College now. They're back behind by 2 goals, and they really need to do something here. And you lose by 2 or you lose by 10, it's not going to make much of a difference here today. And so you're really going to have to go for it as best as you possibly can. There's a ball played forward, but again headed away by the defense. And that is the halftime whistle. So almost on the stroke of halftime, Naparima got that insurance goal that they were looking for all along. And Nathaniel Ogaro is the man who did the trick in the 45th minute. And 40 minutes prior, Andres France with the header, a sort of ricochet header that went into the back of the net. And that gave Naparima the lead. So at the half, they're leading St. Anthony's College by 2 goals to nothing. And they're well on their way here to another victory. So at the half, it is Naps 2, St. Anthony's 0. Welcome back to the home of Naparima on Lewis Street here in San Fernando, where it's a 2-0 cushion for the home team as they look to keep the pressure on the front two in this particular group. Remember, there's a lot at stake in today's encounter with Fatima College, who are also playing today. They are winning their encounter, so that puts added pressure on Naparima to complete a victory here this afternoon. And this is it. St. Benedict's College also running up the score. I think they scored 7 or so against St. Augustine. And Fatima College are also leading Speyside in their encounter. So they are on their way to another victory. And if the scores remain as they are, it would mean that things will go down to the final round. Remember, there is one other round of matches, around 6 games that were not played, or rather around 5 games that were not played last week because of the rains, the heavy rains, and so they will still have to play those games plus one other round, the final round, round 7. The referee has everything ready, and we should be back on our way here pretty soon from Lewis Street. There is the whistle, and Andrew Samuel sends them on their way again. And this is where Naparima would be hoping to take charge of proceedings quickly. And St. Anthony's College are going to really have to dig deep here now, because Naps are going to really try to tighten the screws on them as much as possible. Players are just falling all over the place. Not really able to control the ball as well as they would like, or as they're accustomed to. And that means that they're going to have to really dig deep here for this second half. Another throw into Naparima College. Remember, they're leading by 2 goals to nothing. A 5th-minute item from Andres France and Nathaniel Ogaro in the 45th minute. And another free kick to Naps as they win a free kick in the corner. And they're going to play this one almost like a corner kick. So another great opportunity for them to put pressure all the way over to try to bring the corner. Is Forbes, Barry Forbes. He is trying to sort it out. See the captain, Omari Asha, is asking for the ball in the middle. So St. Anthony's do the smart thing. Wilson Wright has actually come into just at the edge of the area where he can probably play a little bit of defense and at the same time deny the man who's running in there a chance to get to the ball. Here's the ball chipped in, and then it looped over the bar. Nicely worked corner kick or free kick, but it just didn't fall for them. A nice bit of trickery there, and the lob just didn't work. And here is another clearance that goes awry for them. Calendar not able to execute. Another chip ball. This could be problems here. The goalkeeper is coming for it. He is trying to keep it in, and he cannot. The ball is just chipped forward, and it goes in for the goal. I'm not sure if anyone touched it other than the goalkeeper, and the ball was just looped in and knifing forward there. The ball was thrown in, And you can see the big stab of it coming, and then the ball just looped forward and trying to get there. I don't think he actually got a touch, so it might very well go to Kenya Francis, and that makes it 3-0 now in the second half. Still another battle for it in the middle. But Naparima really sees so much of the ball that a 3-0 scoreline is pretty much what they deserve, although they probably could have scored maybe 2 or 3 more. Ball played in, and Andres Mariasha rather just getting it away, and Cooper decides to help it further. St. Anthony's now trying to bring it forward, but the flick is a little bit too small, too tiny, and they're going to win it back. Good skill, but again the battle is on, and it's going to be a free kick to St. Anthony's. Right on the half line as they try to get something in this game, maybe try to reduce the deficit as quickly as possible. What they didn't want was an early goal in the second half, but they couldn't avoid it, and really was a tough break. The goalkeeper was coming for the ball. There was a striker there, and it just seems as if both of them collided and the ball went its merry way and ended up in the back of the net, or well, ended up in the goal. The goalkeeper was scrambling back for it just as it crossed the line, and he tried to butt it out, and it just went back into the side netting to confirm that it had crossed the line, and made it 3-0 in that one. So Naps, Cooper, just trying to walk off under his own steam. But the trainer came on, and I would imagine Cooper would have to leave the field. Yes, he's taking his time, although he looked like he was ready to continue. But I think now the referee recognized that he was still on the field, and he had to go off. And the early throw is played out for another throw in to St. Anthony's. They're trailing by 3-0, and they need something quickly here just to get them going. Here's a cross ball, but much too close to goalkeeper Duncan, and he immediately starts the counter-attack. And that's tough going there because not much you can do. However, he does win it back, and Forbes does well. He puts the pressure on, but now St. Anthony's regain possession. Hutchinson trying to get something going. He's had a good game, and trying to get something down that right-hand side, but there aren't many players in the opposition. They have 2 men up, but not much by way of control for them up there. They're 2 relatively small men, and they're being out-muscled by the bigger, stronger, fitter Naparima defenders. Ball played up, and nice control again by Miller. He's trying to come forward, but again he's being harassed once again by Usher. And again the players slip and slide in every which way, not able to really get control of the ball as quickly and as fluently as they would like, and as a result it's really just changing hands quickly. Ball played up, and Naps on the move again. Ogaro stressed this one forward, and his teammate was running in an offside position, France, and so he didn't bother. And here's a ball played all the way back, and not quite sure where that was intended, but it worked out fine for them as they're able to build again. And this time Francis loses out, and Naparima are able to win it back. Pascal was trying to play it down the flanks, but it didn't work out for him, and given the conditions, that's understandable. But here's another errant pass, but Francis is able to win it back. And again, the ball not really going according to plan. It just almost as if the ball has a mind of its own, and the players having difficulty controlling the ball. Simple passes sometimes go awry. Here they come again, down this right-hand side. Forbes is there, and it's going to go into touch for another throw-in to Naparima College. And a substitution is being made. And St. Anthony's have decided that Miller will take no further part, is it? Here is ball played short. Forbes going for the return ball, and Wright keeps it in. And that's good work by Wilson Wright. He goes for the return ball now. Good defensive work once again by Kanye Francis. The man whose chip ball eluded the defender and the goalkeeper and ended up in the back of the net for the third goal in the 47th minute of play. So here's another ball played forward. This is more like it for St. Anthony's. They need to get the ball into those danger zones, and where the teammates can get ball, but they have to do better with the ball in those spots, because anything that is not absolutely perfect is going to run away. And Naps again pick it up, and they're bringing it forward. Forbes with the outside of the boot this time. Kalis with the throw. Naparima just looking, trying to pick their spots here now. Cross it goes once again. Rajun gets it over on that left hand side. And Cooper is out there. Back in the middle it comes to Pascal. He gets it out on that far side there, where they're turning and twisting over on that far side. And this time it's going to be a free kick to St. Anthony's. So they get a chance here now with another free kick. Here he comes all along the ground. The ball had a lot of pace on it, and eventually it's spread away. So another ball played inside, but comfortably behind it is the captain Ashan, now Naparima, quickly transitioning from their defensive third, and this could be problems here for them. But again, the ball just running and an opportunity to get the shot off, but a good recovery tackle almost at the death there. Just able to squeeze off a challenge, and then they win the ball back. Showing two players battling away with it, and nothing given. But the ball runs down that left-hand side where Naparima trying to force the issue. Back in the middle it comes, another ball is spread over on the far side. There's going to be problems here. Forbes is on his way. He tries to slip one man, and but he does. But the goalkeeper is able to control the ball very easily in the end. Back on defense it goes. Pascal now for Naps. They're leading by 3 goals to nothing, and they have as free as a bird over on this far side. Loads of time has with Kalis. He sends the ball forward, but that is going to run into touch, or is it? No, it stays in. And the clearance is not a particularly good one, but luckily for them, it stays in bounds this time. And here's another one. That's another good ball played up there, and they're taken away. This could be problems here now for Naparima, but the shot is not a particularly powerful one, and it just trickles there to the goalkeeper. St. Anthony is coming forward again. Can he get a shot off? He does, but again it's off target. And that was Miller trying that shot the last time, but he couldn't really get the power on it with the left foot. Kalis plays a nice little ball inside, gets the return ball, can't keep it in. So it's been that type of an afternoon. The simple things are proven to be very difficult to execute. Damri trying to get in there. Kalis is able to get there at Forbes, plays it inside, and the tackle is won back by St. Anthony's. They play the ball forward, it goes all the way back, trying to get it back to the goalkeeper. This is problems for him, but he does well. He took his time, allowed the ball to die, and then gets to the calendar. Calendar plays the ball forward, but again, a little too straight, and it's going to be another Naparima throw-in. So the 3 goals to Naparima College could well be enough, but I'm sure they'd like to tuck on a couple more as they've seen a little bit more of the ball now. St. Anthony's. Kalis loses out again. Here's another tackle coming from behind, and really trying his best there to get the ball. Crovador not really having any luck. Forbes does well, trying to slip his man, and then the ball really just bobbles just as he was about to control it. And they're still going, trying to get in there. Samuels who gets a shot over the bar. So Naps really just trying to tighten the screws here. Good work by Forbes again. Now he's looking for the cross. Back on his left foot. Slips it inside. Again, it goes awry. Still trying to battle his way forward there again. And pulled off the ball there as Rajun. And he's going to get another free kick to Naparima College. So St. Anthony's, everybody barring one man is back, and they really need to make a stop here. So who is going to take this one? It looks like Rajun is lining it up. He tries to slip it forward just over the bar. Actually, it was Francis who was the one trying to slip it in. And he gets another bite at the cherry quickly. Forbes loses out this time. And really, you can just see the St. Anthony's College players trying their best, but they're having a really hard time really mastering these conditions. It's difficult for everybody. Here's Frontin, carries Frontin, the substitute. But his pass is an errant one, and the ball is played in behind the defense. But no red shirts. Another ball trying to play it into space, but it's going to run to Forbes, and he plays the ball forward, but there's nobody really to respond to this one. And Naps on the move again, but once more the ball is just played behind where the attacker is. Still coming forward. Can he get the ball inside? And it's just 3 men in attack, and there are about 5 or 6 defenders back there. Another foot race, but again, clever football by Calendar. Naps will make another substitution, or rather St. Anthony's will make another substitution. Naps also getting ready to make one of their own. It looks like Caliste is going to come off. He has had a good day as well. So Jelani Caliste. Is going to take his exit. And he is being replaced quickly by Bailey. Jaquan Bailey. You get another chance here to throw this one in, Bailey. Just came on. Nice little throw. In it goes to Pascal. Pascal goes for the left. And now they go all the way over. And then the ball is just given away. Still they keep going, and it's going to be yet another free kick going the way of Naparima. And here is Bailey trying to get it to Forbes. Bailey gets it back, but the player stays down, and it's going to be another nice one to Bailey down that right hand side. Nice cross inside, but just behind the attacker, and the ball is played down. The referee doesn't see the player is still down, and he's allowing play to continue. St. Anthony still can't get the ball out, and only now does the referee see that he's still down on the field, and it looks like Damri is in a bit of pain. He put in the tackle, and his foot might have been caught in a little bit of an awkward position, and now he's cramping up, it looks like. So 66.5 minutes gone. Naps comfortably in front by 3 goals to nothing. But I say that also to say that St. Benedict's College would have taken care of business in their encounter, and Fatima are well on their way as well. So by the end of today, it may be as you were coming into this encounter. The only difference could be is depending on how many goals Fatima can score. Now Fatima's only conceded 2 goals so far, St. Benedict's 1. And depending on the number of goals, then that could be the difference. So it's plus 16 against plus 14 coming into this game. And depending on how many Fatima would win by, and if they don't concede, then it may very well be that that 7 goals that St. Benedict scored might actually see them take over the lead. So it's a lot of intrigue going down to the final 2 rounds of matches. And there's a little bit of drizzle back with us here at Lewis Street, where the referees allowing play to continue now as the players off the field. And really, St. Anthony's College need a miracle, another minor miracle. They need a major miracle right now as they under the pump here. The goalkeeper is coming, and the defender, sensing the pressure, decided that he was going to clear the ball and took it out to the path of Francis. Now Naps still moving forward again. They get it in the middle to Pascal. Pascal tries to feed it back inside, and the control just not there in the end. And it's coming again. And this time they've won a corner. So I think Coach Travis Mulrain is doing the smart thing. He's giving some of his players as much rest as possible, and because these are very tough conditions for them. Omari Campbell is also on the field. Now here is a chance now for them to get the corner kick in. 3 goals separating these teams here now. The dummy by Bailey. And now the ball coming inside. The goalkeeper gets a hand to it, and then he can't pick it up, and it's still bubbling in there. And well, he was trying to corral it, and the ball just kept slipping out of his hands. And luckily for him, the player fell over him, and the referee, always protecting the goalkeepers, blew the whistle. But again, another fine cross that really just came flying across the goal, fronting rather, with the cross. And this time it is cleared away by Bailey. And Hutchinson gets it up on that far side. Naps trying their best to keep St. Anthony's at bay. Mordecai Ford is on as well, but he is yet to get into the game. As Naparima College now, can they tack on another one just to ease the tension, so to speak, as they've really taken control of the game and could just now move the ball around comfortably, get it out of the mud as they're wanting to. And here they come again, trying down that right-hand side. Francis still battling for it, trying to turn his man, but not able to get it past Francois. So it's Francis against Francois, and it's going to be Naparima's ball. So we have 70 minutes going. In the 71st minute of play, 3 goals to the good here, Naparima College. And the perennial champions, the 4-time winners, are trying their best to get into the playoffs, and they need to keep winning and hope that one of the front two slips up somewhere along the line, especially when they go head-to-head in the next round. Here's a ball headed down and scores. Well. A nice little looping cross ball, and right on spot there with the header to bury it. And he's been looking all afternoon long, and eventually he gets his name on the score sheets. And I don't think it is to that. That's just the ball just came down to him, and right on spot there was the man Jabari Forbes to make it 4-0 in the 72nd minute. So Naps well on their way here now to finish the job on St. Anthony's College. St. Anthony's really, they fought hard, and nobody could fault them for that. But it's been a tough afternoon for them. And it just seems nothing that they try is working at the moment. Ball played in, and Naps will probably be looking to try to just to finish it off as best as they possibly can. Hoping that they can do something with it, or at least get a goal, just to give them some confidence that all of this effort was for nothing. Rahim Mohan is also on for St. Anthony's. Has a lovely little ball inside. The goalkeeper is coming. He's in no man's land. And the ball just glanced in. And that is goal. Or is it offside? He's offside, so it doesn't count. But it was another nice little looping header inside. And Samuel or Frontin thought he had his name on the score sheet. But that one is waved off. He was in an offside position. But that looked like it was goal number 5. And again, both players stay down. Once again, this time it is Pascal, Jaron Pascal, who's been having a good game. But he put in the tackle, and he is feeling the hurt here right now. And also feeling some discomfort. Looks like Wilson Wright. But it's really been a grueling afternoon, a very punishing one for both teams. Both teams, Naparima, of course, bigger, stronger, heavier, faster to the ball. They have really enjoyed the proceedings. Now here's an opportunity for a shot. This one is high up in the air. The goalkeeper had to be backtracking. He wasn't sure where he was for a moment. And then recognized that the ball was drifting wide of his goal. Didn't really have to make a save. Hasn't really had to do much in goal so far, Kadeem Duncan, other than that one free kick that almost slipped in under the bar in the first half. And now Omari Asher turning away from the pressure, but they give it right back. And now they can bring it forward, hopefully. Ford. Mordecai Ford trying to get inside there, and that is going to be a goal kick, says the referee. Rahim Mohan was the substitute who was trying to knife his way forward there. Again, Naparima just miscontrolling the ball in their defensive third, and that's just creating an opportunity for St. Anthony's, but they're able to come forward with this one quickly. Campbell plays a lovely ball, and here they come down that left-hand side. Here's the early cross inside, back to Campbell. He turns away from the pressure, and then it is picked up and played out for another corner kick. Very casually played out there. The goalkeeper was actually in a good position, but the defense, the communication probably wasn't there. 4 goals to the good now. Ball played back, opportunity for Campbell to get the cross in, loop it in nicely. It's looped up, the header is up, and then eventually it's played away. Chance for a shot, stabbed at goal, it took a deflection, and it's going to go out for a corner kick. But again, you could just see Pascal, after he kicked that one, he goes down again. He's in some discomfort and real pain. Now it's the left leg that seems to be giving him problems. So we enter the last 15 minutes or so of this encounter. Naparima probably just need to try to avoid injuries and avoid too many collisions, and then just try to get to the ball first, play the ball, and avoid any sort of contact the rest of the way. And they will be home high and dry, if that could be said, under these soggy conditions. St. Anthony's looking for answers and not finding any. This has been it's been a good game, but it's been a tough game. And that's primarily because of the conditions underfoot. And it really benefited the Naparima because of the weight of their players, the size of their players. They just seem to be better equipped to handle these heavy conditions. They have another corner. The ball played in low and hard, and it's going to run behind for another goal kick to St. Anthony's College. Trying to get it out here quickly. And again, the pass is an errant one. There was a simple pass to be made, and they botched that one as well. Makaya Mahon or Mahon. Naparima still driving forward, looking for more. Can they get it here? Nice little shot, just wide of the mark. He hit it on the turn, and the ball just didn't sneak in on that far post. So good football from Naparima College. They've been probing. They have 4 goals so far, and another day they'll probably have twice that many. There's another one played at the back post, headed back there, and now it's going to stay in play. And there is Hutchinson diving, trying his best to get it, but the ball eventually comes across to the goalkeeper. Hutchinson stays down, it looks like, and the referee now will attend to him because he seemed as if he was diving at the ball, trying to deny his man, and he might have been kicked in the face, or he might have been struck with a ball in the face as he was diving head first at the feet of the attacker. And he's certainly gotten the worst of it. So these are the Naparima faithful. They're sitting pretty. They're obviously thinking to themselves, this one is in the bag. And what they're probably not happy with is the fact that the other 2 front runners are also chalking up W's today. And so that will leave Naparima still a point adrift, and with plenty of work still to do. But they do have a head-to-head with St. Benedict's, and that was to be a monster clash that could very well determine the top 2 when it's all said and done. So they just need to keep doing what they're doing, try to keep winning Naparima, and then take care of business in that head-to-head, because that just a point separating the 2 teams. That game could be the biggest one of the season for both of those teams. So it's going to be Naparima's throw. Everything in their favor as they really have taken control of this game and looking to maybe add some more. They have a couple minutes to do so as they again apply pressure on St. Anthony's. St. Anthony's not able to get the ball out of their half with any degree of consistency, and they're under pressure again. Ball played back. Here's Cooper. Can he get the cross in? Nice cross looping in. The goalkeeper is coming, and again, doing all the wrong things there, the goalkeeper, because he was slipping and sliding, and then he was going with one hand, trying to get to the ball with his right hand, and the ball is going across him, so he's probably better off coming with his left hand. But all's well that ends well. It's skidded wide, as does this goal kick. Naps. Corbin pushing forward again, front in. Back it goes to Cooper. He is looking for a diagonal. Instead he plays it over on the far side where Campbell is. Campbell trying to get this one back, but it's won there quickly by Mohan. He's trying to get it up again, trying to get Miller involved over there, but they really crowd him out. not for the first time. He's a light man and is always going to be in trouble. Here they come again. Nice little ball played inside, but again, just the one man up, and any kind of bubble or miscontrol means the ball is being turned over. Ball again quickly played down. Zachary Cicharan is out there. Naps just knocking it around now. They really don't need to do too much anymore. The game is in the bag. They just need to avoid any kind of foolish injury or any kind of foolish tackle. Now this one played forward and running nicely into space. Plays a lovely little ball back and give them an opportunity. Here's a shot coming at goal, and the goalkeeper is there. The ball picked up comfortably. Israel Joseph with the flick. But every time it comes forward, they just pick it up and it's coming back the other way. Naps in total control. Nothing doing. Ball thrown in, and there's a lovely little ball just played forward. The control, the ball is thrown in. It's going to be a throw in to St. Anthony's, and the stab back at him by Mohan is way off. Now he's back with Forbes. He scored one of the goals, trying to get it inside there quickly to Joseph. Joseph turns, twists with it. Nice little ball played on that far side, and Hutchinson is back on the field there and still battling. And eventually they get it out again, Francois. But every time they bring the ball forward, the bigger, stronger players get the better. Now there's a chance. Joseph plays it across the goal, and another tackle coming out. And they're just clearing it away. Anywhere will do right now. Player stays down. Naparima pressure. Francois is, or rather Hutchinson is down, but he's standing up. He seems to be, his hamstring seems to be hurting him. Another ball played up, and they can't get it on top to Miller. Actually, it's Anthony Samuel who is over there. They're trying their best to reach him, but they can't. Here they come again, quickly, Rajun. And you can see Hutchinson staying down because he really is a spent force. He's been working very hard all afternoon long and has nothing to show for it. So they've scored their 4 goals, 2 in the first half, 2 in the second half, Naparima, and the 4-time champions of their Premier League. Certainly in the driver's seat here now, looking to just finish off a fine afternoon. It wasn't perfect. I don't think they can begin to suggest that by any stretch of the imagination. But what it is a thoroughly professional job. They realize that they are stronger, they're fitter, they're quicker, they're heavier, they can maneuver in their conditions a lot better, and they really use those to their advantage. And then you can see them, especially when they came off in the second half. Travis Mulrain obviously told them, use the chip ball over the top, get the elevation, and they were able to do that a couple of times as well. And in fact, it was one of those that bounced between the goalkeeper and an attacker and the defender, and it bounced in the goal. Here they come again, down to 10 men, St. Anthony's now, and Naps just really playing keep away with them right now, just knocking it around. In basketball they call that the 4 corners, and then an errant pass gives it back to them, but guess what? It's handed right back to Naparima. Ball is picked up, opportunity to run forward it, but again it's intercepted. And they were able to bring it out now. St. Anthony's, can they find something here? Ball played inside, but nothing doing. It's just muscled away from him, and nothing Samuel could do. Another chance here. Goalkeeper comes, and he just kind of spread himself, and Joseph had to skip over him. A free kick to St. Anthony's. They're trailing by 4 goals to nothing here now. With just about 88 minutes gone. They have just a couple of minutes to try to find some kind of a consolation, and eventually they're going to get it here, because Anthony Samuel has been battling. It's been a one-man show on top, and he's been up against 3 and 4 defenders, and as a result has nothing to show for it. But give him credit, he hasn't shied away at all. Chance now. Who is going to take this one? It looks as if Francois is going to try his luck from distance. They'll be advised to follow it up, and this time the ball is headed away. He's trying to get the ball forward, and then he goes crashing into his man, but they're able to win it back. But no, the referee blows for the infringement. So we're in the 90th minute of play now, so the referee, I'm sure, would probably look at adding some time, but not much. If anything, he probably want to get the players off the field as quickly as possible. It's been a tough afternoon for everyone, himself and his assistants included. But it's been a real battle. So 89 and a half minutes gone. St. Anthony's still trying to get something, and hoping that it goes their way. Ball played into the path, trying to get Samuel, but he can't get to it, and he and his teammate, they go scrambling over, and now the ball is played out on that far side. So Jean-Marc Thomas is also on the field for St. Anthony's, but they really haven't been able to do much of anything by way of offense, and even though their defense has been stellar at times, the conditions really had them at a serious disadvantage, and they find themselves trailing by 4 goals to nothing, and it could be worse. Here's another ball played up, one back again by St. Anthony, by Naparima rather. St. Anthony's trying to come out of the back behind it, but nothing doing. Asher to Cooper. Cooper gets it inside, and is going to play it over there to Sicharan. But he can't keep it in. He loses that battle. So it's been a wonderful evening for Naparima College. Their supporters will be happy. Probably not as happy as they might have been had they heard of different score lines in some of the other games, especially when the front two are concerned. But as it is right now, Naps will win, but they would not have gained any advantage on the front two. The referee takes a look at his watch. The whistle could come any minute now. In fact, there it is. The final whistle in this encounter. 4-0 the final score. 2-0 at the half, with Andres Franz opening the scoring in the 5th minute, and Nathaniel Ogaru in the 45th give them a 2-0 halftime cushion. But then Akania Francis in the 47th and Jabari Forbes in the 72nd completed the scoring for Naparima, and they get a deserved victory, a crucial victory. They stay in the hunt with both St. Benedict's and Naparima College holding on to their top 2 spots. What it means, Naparima though, keeping the pressure on them and just waiting for one of them to slip up. And if anything, the next set of matches could probably dictate how the group ends in the final analysis, because this group, the round 7 game, would see St. Benedict's and Pleasantville, St. Anthony's and Fatima, and of course Naparima College and Karapichaima. So given what has happened so far, that should be easy wins for them all. But it's that make-up game that everybody will be keeping their eyes on. The round 5 game, the round 5 matches which were postponed, we'll have St. Benedict's against Naparima, and we'll also see Fatima College away to St. Augustine. Fatima might be favored in that one. Nobody knows who will be favored in the Naparima and St. Benedict's clash. But whenever that game is called, that could very well determine how this group ends. So as we leave you from Lewis Street, the home team, Naparima, are celebrating a comfortable 4-0 victory over St. Anthony's. It's goodbye from Lewis Street.